So what did you think of Ashleigh's elevated s'mores?
I really love the idea of it. I wish that the 3 cream puffs worked together.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad that they had to break apart, but I mean, it'll still taste the same. So.
You know what, I have to say, just like watching her kind of go through it, like she was able to pivot and she was able to kind of like reinvent it in so many different ways.
Right.
So I'm really excited to taste it and have all that come together. That toasted meringue on top is just going to be like so freaking good.
Great problem solving.
Yeah. And Aliya, I mean, she wanted to do a classic cinnamon bun reinvented as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel like her process went?
Good. Her cake took a long time to cook.
Yeah, it did.
But I'm really excited for the flavors.
Totally. I'm a little worried that there's not enough cinnamon in the actual cake, but I'm confident that her caramel, because she went so many times to like tweak the flavor of it, I think that will help like elevate that cinnamon flavor in the actual cake. So I hope it works.
Right, and then hopefully we get enough of that white ganache that's on
Yeah,
the actual cake.
I didn't get it. I mean, I understand aesthetics, I understand it, but I'm very much a purist in the sense like if you're putting it on the plate, it needs to be in the picture. So that's gonna be definitely something that I'm looking at for sure. What's your favorite like kind of classic dessert?
Here's the thing. My bakery is all cakes and cupcakes, so I'm very biased to cake, so I am excited for Aliya's dessert. But Ashleigh's cream puffs hold a very special place in my heart, so I'm very torn.
Yeah. I mean, I love all the classic flavors, like cinnamon bun, like just like a warm hug.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Same with the s'mores, like it's like quintessential summer, right? So I'm excited, and I'm very much like into food that like evokes memory. So I'm excited to see what the s'mores cream puff is about.
Yeah. We're excited.
Yeah, excited. Let's eat.
How well do you think you did?
I think I liked how mine turned out. I know that it tastes really good. I was hoping it would look a little more like it had like a wow factor, or that it wasn't so flat on top, but I feel like the chocolate feta just kind of brings it together, even though there's no chocolate in my dessert, but we don't talk about that.
I think I did okay, but I'm not quite sure how well I executed it from my original plan to what it turned out to be.
Did everything go as planned?
Yeah.
No.
I think everything went as planned, except that I envisioned it looking more elegant in my head, and then it didn't really, but it still looks, I think it still looks good.
Because I didn't end up making my tuile, and I realized now that I missed a really huge step in creating it, because it's supposed to be more like, almost like a pancake batter, and I didn't even get to there, and instead I turned it into a crumble, which I feel like deconstructed dessert wasn't really what I was going for, but I think it still looks cohesive on the plate.
I struggled with plating everything really fast right at the end, because since Ashleigh used the oven first, I had to put in all my stuff after she was done, and then I had to cool it super fast and just kind of throw everything together.
What did you struggle with the most?
I just told you.
What went super well?
I think the taste went super well. It tastes really good. It tastes just like a cinnamon bun, which is what I was going for.
The choux pastry turned out exactly how it always does. My whipped cream was nice and stable, and everything else was executed as normal.
It is taste, overall creativity, and how well they stuck to the challenge.
Right.
So the challenge was to create an elevated dessert based on a classic flavor.
Right.
So we had Ashleigh, who took the s'mores concept of graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow, and transformed it to a vanilla bean cream puff with a graham crumble dipped in chocolate and a toasted meringue.
Yep.
And then Aliya took her take on a cinnamon bun, and she used a vanilla cake with a cinnamon caramel and cream cheese icing and some white chocolate ganache to pour it for it.
So-
And a cinnamon streusel as well.
Right.
So let's talk about Ashleigh's plate. So first impressions, what did you think?
Love the presentation. I definitely preferred Ashleigh's presentation over Aliya's presentation. My only critique would be the food coloring on the plate. It's just a lot of straight food coloring.
Right.
Loved it for the aesthetic, didn't love it for the eating orange.
Totally.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. I think just it was vibrant, it was colorful. It was a very unique way to bring color to the plate for her colors in her actual dish. For s'mores is traditionally very like flat.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool way to kind of bring in that summer aspect. And I don't really mind the food coloring,
Yeah.
so I really like that idea. Now with the flavor though, I
Yeah.
was anticipating a little bit more.
Too.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, to me, delicious.
Yeah.
Didn't scream s'mores.
Yeah.
The marshmallow on top did it, but when you're biting into the whole cream puff,
Yeah.
it's all whipped cream.
It's
So you're
all-
getting a lot of the vanilla
Yeah.
whipping, but not the graham. And then it was
Right.
also just the way it was plated, it was hard to get the
Yeah.
crumb into it. So
Totally.
it came off very cream puff,
Yeah.
not very s'mores cream puff.
I feel like the graham didn't scream graham to me. I don't know, it kind of got lost in everything else
Right.
in a way.
Right.
Maybe I just didn't take it good right.
Right.
But I almost would, if I were Ashleigh, I would probably have done a marshmallow fluff instead of a meringue, which is very similar to a meringue. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same process, but you use a corn syrup instead of a sugar.
Cool.
And that brings in a little bit more sweetness and that kind of like tuftiness for marshmallows.
Right.
And then if you filled the cream puff with that,
That's exactly what I wanted.
yeah,
Marshmallow on the
in
inside.
the inside, right? And then having that chocolate, but overall, like I think she really was super ambitious, and she
Yeah.
did meet the mark for me.
Yeah.
I just think it could have been elevated a little bit more, but in terms of like the challenge or presentation, I think she did.
Yeah, totally. And for Aliya, it was kind of the opposite. I really thought she lacked in the presentation aspect. Like
Right.
it didn't look like much, but
Yeah.
the flavor blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like it tasted like a cinnamon bun, and I was
Totally.
not expecting that. Especially because like I don't associate caramel
Yeah.
with a cinnamon bun,
Mhm.
but it all worked together so well.
Yeah.
My mind was blown.
I think it was a really smart combination of how to reach that cinnamon bun kind of classic flavor without being traditional cinnamon bun,
Totally.
which is the entire point of of the challenge, right? And almost when she was baking it, I kind of was like, why aren't you doing a cinnamon cake? Because that would have been just like the
next level.
Not even the next level, just like the logical place where I would have gone.
Right.
But I'm really happy she didn't, because it really made the caramel stand out. And I think having the caramel incorporated, like as you said, you don't traditionally associate it with a cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
But like if you do think about like the cinnamon sugar inside of a bun, it is caramelized sugar.
Right.
So it's kind of like a really
Sneaky.
smart, you know, it's really smart combination. And I loved her streusel. I think the cinnamon really was perfect. It wasn't overpowering.
Yeah.
The only critique I have is this white chocolate ganache, because it's
Right.
not in the cake.
Right.
Didn't need it.
Right.
And I agree with the presentation too. Like, I think what would have been really smart and kind of paid like that homage to cinnamon buns is like a swirl of that caramel on the plate.
That would
and
be
like
brilliant.
right, and then like that's the shape of a cinnamon bun. So you're kind of paying that due kind of thing. But yeah, overall the flavors were just exceptional. So I think it's so weird because like
they're opposites.
Yeah, it's like how do you judge, right? So this is gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to what's more important.
Yeah.
The presentation aspect or the flavor.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see.
Ashleigh, today you created for us an elevated s'mores cream puff. While we loved your presentation and your innovative thinking on the flavors and how you pivoted and combined everything, we felt that flavor fell short. Aliya, we loved your take on the flavors of a cinnamon bun in your petite cake for today's challenge, and it really, really met the mark of a classic cinnamon bun flavor. However, we felt your presentation lacked in color and versatility this time around. And the winner of the Untitled Baking Show is Aliya!
Your first loss was to me. The ultimate cake legend. I knew I was gonna win right from the beginning. I taught Ashleigh how to make a plated dessert, and I made sure I didn't teach her everything. No, I'm just kidding. But I had so much fun today. I'm glad that I had a dessert at the end because I wasn't sure if I was even gonna have something to present, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna taste good. So I'm really proud that it came through and that it tasted amazing.
I had so much fun, and I kind of knew my flavors were gonna fall short, especially after Aliya let me taste part of her cake. It was really good, but I had a lot of fun, and it wasn't as nerve-wracking as I thought it would be.
Thank you guys so much for watching our competition. How do you feel about losing?
I feel totally fine.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to see more collabs with us and Rachel and Ravina in the future, let us know in the comments. Bye!
I need like a whisk. Hi everybody, welcome to Aliya's YouTube channel. Is that what I'm saying?
Okay.
Am I in this for the beginning part?
Yeah, why don't we do the beginning part and I'll be like, Ravina can get in here too.
Okay, sweet.
I won the battle already. Never enough.
I'm supposed to do that. I'm just gonna take a handful. Having flashbacks.
Introduce yourself. How do you feel going into this?
Not ready. How do you feel going into this competition? How well do you think you're gonna do?
Well,
It's like chug water.
Stay hydrated.
this is when we recorded the death of Ravina.
And like whatever.
It's a cream puff for sure.
It's a
definitely
cream puff
They
dipped.
put stuff on it and around it. There was
Dipped in
things.
chocolate, stuck to the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like it was really hard to cut.
A little bit, but that's, you know, just for
Chocolate
semantics.
problems.
It's okay.
Semantics. That's a good word.
Okay, it's filming, just look nervous.
Color and versatility this time around.
Thanks, Jeff.